What's up, my friends? Round number 2. That's right, second stream of the day. If you're here for both of them, I love you immensely. To no end, I love you right now. For being here for 2 different streams, appreciate you. If you're here for one of them, you're still a rock star. You're up there. You're in tier 2 for me. I do appreciate you. But if this is something you see on replay later, you're dead to me. You're absolutely dead to me. And for all those people out there not watching right now, let's do away with them, huh? What do you think? Should we do? No, we can't do that. Let's give everybody a minute to come in here as I knock down my microphone. Appreciate you. Honestly, I do appreciate you being back, jokes aside. And hopefully those other people who have not tuned in time, or, hopefully they find us somehow organically and stumble upon teamriseorfall.com. Now, today, very excited. Going to break this down a little bit differently than we did at the 12:30 p.m. stream. So this one's going to be a bit different. Part of what I wanted to do at that stream, actually, I'm going to go ahead and calculate this now, is this, all right? So I wanted to set it as of, what is it, 27th? So as of last night's 5/27, 6/27 slate, and I wanted to see what it would have looked like if we had gone 5-2. As I mentioned, I was going 4-2 on my single entry. And I crunched out a 5-2, and it would have looked like it was top 12 or so in the 121 on DraftKings. So I'm just intrigued what kind of night it would have been had I gone with my normal 5-2 mini max. And I just wanted to see what would happen. We might as well do it live, right? What's up, Creed? 1, you all right? Dude, I'm good, man. Are you good? Are you good? This is stream number 2, bro. I'm back at it. What's up, David? Good to see you, man. Says, what's up, Donuts? Appreciate you being here. Thank you, Bennett. What's up, brother? So this is 5-2 mini stacks. 5-2 stacks on the mini max, I should say. It's a mouthful. And this is using last night's teamriseorfall.com projections. We will do a whole bunch of stuff tonight inside Fantasy Cruncher, and we will also be looking at the website itself. Let me go ahead and bring this bad boy up right now so that we can kind of look at tonight a wee bit while that is running in the background. So we're going to look at the study hub. I'm going to bring this up. I'm going to open up the projections as well because I'm going to need those in a hot minute. And I will upload those into FC, and I'll do some work that way, okay? So here's the homepage. I'll drop this in chat. Y'all can have something to click on if you'd like. Ready to bink? Yeah, I hope so, man. We had a bunch of people win this weekend. That was pretty cool to see. That was pretty cool. My stream just dropped? I can't tell. We're good, right? Stream is good? Let me know in chat if it is. I got a weird error on my OBS system. It looks live. Just a weird error, I guess. Bizarre. Well, if we are live and you're catching this, hit that thumbs up button. Let's do some work together, all right? Hit that thumbs up button on the video itself down below. So we're going to look at some of the top stacks tonight. We're going to take a peek at some of the data. Honestly, I want to dig into the data a little bit. We're good for a second? We're good? Okay, cool. Thank you. I forgot YouTube chat is like super slow. Way behind or something. So we're going to look at the rankings. I want to look into some of the hotter hitters. Not good. Stream attempting to reconnect. I think is reconnected now. All right. I closed something on my end. Yeah, what is it with YouTube in my system? It is, I mean, if anybody wonders, like, why are you still on Twitch? Well, my friends, this freaking crashes every time I stream to YouTube. It's mind-boggling. Up again. Yeah, okay. Well, for how long? Hopefully long enough. Looks like last night would have been a nice night to go 5-2. Not something I am going to be doing tonight. I'm going to be going with, I entered the $75 on DraftKings and the $50 on FanDuel. Nothing heavy. Just really focusing on the single entry series, my research into it, and just trying to, kind of emulate what I'm seeing the winner's circle do. So that's what I'll be doing tonight. I just kind of wanted to see if anything was going to pop here. Looks like it would have been a nice night last night. TeamRiseOrfall.com projections must have been on point. All right, so let's do some work now. I'm going to slide this in here, and I'm going to slide the other FC page in the same. There we go. All right, so let's find some one-off hitters tonight because I am intrigued to see where I'm going to be going. Again, I'm going to sort by greater than. I want over a 400 WOBA over the last 30 days in their splits. This is not total at plate appearances. This is splits. This is only splits, all right? So versus the pitcher hand. That you would read it like this. Shohei Ohtani against right-handed pitchers. Michael King is a right-handed pitcher. Has 62 plate appearances over the last 30 days against righties. In those 62 plate appearances, Ohtani has a 455 WOBA and a 426 ISO with a walk rate of 24.2%, my friends. So, like, this is how I'm going to choose the hitters I want to target. Now, one quick thing I want to do from here is sort by team. Now, when I'm sorting by team, sometimes this will give me a quick look at, you know what, these are kind of the players I want to make sure are involved in my stack. So let's say tonight, for whatever reason, I am going Houston, all right? Of course, why wouldn't you? But Altuve and Correa will be in my stack tonight no matter what, if I go with Houston. Why? Because when we're going by the trends, all right, can you see this behind my head? I totally forget. I got to slide that down on the screen. If you're going by trends, you know, Altuve and Correa are like dynamite right now. Here's them right here. Altuve has 92 plate appearances. Here they are, right here. All right. This little section. You know, and we're looking at the last just 7 days, last week. Against righties, Altuve, 415 WOBA, 235 ISO. Correa, 526 WOBA, 313 ISO. He has not struck out once in his last 18 at-bats against right-handed pitchers. They're going against Tom Eshelman. Baltimore's got a terrible bullpen. All right, same thing. You want to see a little bit further? Here's 2 weeks. All right, so your sample size is a little bit bigger. And here's a month. 92 plate appearances, a 445 WOBA, 351 ISO. So you can see that Altuve and Correa have been just out of this world for the past month of baseball in tonight's splits, which is against right-handed pitchers. So if I were to go make a lineup tonight with, you know, the Houston Astros, and I'm doing a 5-2 or a 4-3, 4-2, whatever it might be, I'm going to make sure that Altuve and Correa are absolutely in my lineup tonight. All right? Same thing. Tonight, you're looking at the Angels, and maybe you want to roll out the Angels against the Yankees tonight. Okay, well, that's cool. But if you do so, you might want to roll out Ohtani and Jared Walsh, because if we're looking at their last month against righties, Jared Walsh almost lockstep with Ohtani here, other than the walks and strikeout rate's a bit higher. 446 WOBA, Ohtani a 455 WOBA. ISO of 426 for Ohtani and a 375 ISO for Jared Walsh. And these guys have just been smashing the ball. They're tearing the cover out of the ball. And this is a really good way. If you're going against Zach Greinke today, I don't advise that. But if you did roll out a Baltimore stack, you could go Cedric Mullins, Ryan Mountcastle, and Ramon Urias. Small sample size for Ramon Urias. So you could always adjust this and say you want plate appearances to be greater than 20. There you go. So now you took out players like that. Let's see. Are there any other 2 players? C.J. Cron and Brendan Rodgers for Colorado against lefties over the last month have 26 and 25 at-bats, smashing the ball. Brendan Rodgers, 570 WOBA, 500 ISO. 416 WOBA for C.J. Cron, 320 ISO for C.J. Cron. Again, this is just how you kind of pick and choose the pieces within your target. You want the Tigers tonight against Eli Morgan on the road. Shoop and Daz Cameron are 2 players that I would be targeting and making sure that I have as part of my stack. Why? Again, because I used the study hub and I went through here and I simply just filtered things. I want a 400, 300 WOBA ISO, and they have to have at least 20 plate appearances over the last 30 days against the starting pitcher's hand. So Hunter Renfroe against lefties. Danny Duffy's a lefty. Hunter Renfroe against lefties over the last month, a 518 WOBA and a 308 ISO. Strikeout rate is down. Walk rate up to a 22.9%. That's a hefty 35 plate appearances against lefties, which is quite sizable against lefties. And yeah, I love it. I freaking love it. Here's Adam Frazier versus lefties. Kyle Freeland, who's been complete butt cheeks for the last 2.5 years. Over the last 37 plate appearances, Adam Frazier, 413, 313 WOBA ISO, low strikeout rate. Again, I'm just trying to find these one-off hitters. Now, from here, you can do a lot of different things. We've got Pittsburgh in Colorado, at Colorado tonight. Likely going to be quite chalky. Is that the type of one-off you're going to want? No, not at all. If you want to make sure that if you have Pittsburgh tonight stacked together, Adam Frazier's in your stack, well, I don't blame you. That's the way to rock and roll because you've identified him as a source of, someone who's manufacturing statistics here. And we have a very high ownership rate of 43% on him. So maybe you go to number filters and you're just like, I want them to be below average. No, maybe not. Let's do number filters and we'll go less than 0.2. That's going to be less than 20% ownership. There we go. So we even just cut down the field more to identify here are the players tonight with a 400, 300 WOBA ISO over the last month in their split who are going to be less than 20% owned. And that's a nice little small group of players to look at as potential one-offs, to look at as players to include inside your stack if you go Houston, Altuve, and Correa. And if that's not enough and you want to look at a little bit further in depth of some of these numbers, watch this. I'm going to change the filter to greater than 0.2. That's going to be 400, 200 WOBA ISO. Now, your list is a lot longer now. We probably added a bunch of players, maybe 15 or so. So one thing I like doing at this point is now I've expanded what I'm accepting for my stacks, right? Oh, I freaking love it. Here we go. So I have expanded it. Check it out. Now I know tonight, if I am rolling out a Houston Astros stack, these 4 will be included in the stack. All right, if I'm on FanDuel, there's my 4 I'm stacking tonight. If I'm going Houston, I'm rolling out those 4 against Tom Eshelman and the terrible Orioles bullpen. And why am I doing that? Because they're red hot, like supernova hot. Over the last month, over the last, here's the 30 days, last 30 days against righties, all 4 of them going bonkers. Look at the WOBA. Between 422 and 533. ISO's 214 to 362. And then it's not like you could say, well, Mitch, they suck now. Well, no, look at the last 14 days. Sample size is strong. Data is good. Last 7 days, the only person that really has a fall off right here might be kind of Kyle Tucker and Michael Brantley, but they're just missing a little bit of juice here with the ISO. That can come up in a couple, maybe a home run or a couple extra base hits, and that'll go back up. So anyways, I know tonight, that's the 400, 200 club. All right. Well, look at this. Here's LA. If I'm rolling out an Angel stack, well, why don't I maybe do something like this, my friends? Here is a very nice 4-3 stack right there. If it works positionally, that's a stack I'm looking at. I've got Brantley, Tucker, Altuve, and Correa. And then I have Ohtani, Walsh, and Stassi from the Angels. That's a 4-3 stack. And they're all hot hitters. You could go 4 and then roll out these 3. Luis Reyes, Jorge Polanco, and Trevor Larnach. The list goes on. This is a really good way to pick your stacks. If you're going against Trevor Bauer, 26 strikeouts in his last 3 starts after Spider Tack news. He's been fine. You can go against him if you want. If you do so, it's Dickerson, Duggar, and Yastrzemski. Those are the 3 that you would roll out against the hard-throwing righty out of Los Angeles. Do you see the player selection in stack trends? Yeah, I mean, you can go to Trend Stacks right here, my friend, and you can see just their total stats for the last 14 days, and you can see each individual player by just clicking this. So if I click that little plus sign next to San Francisco, I see San Francisco's everything. So I know, and the same stats I was just looking at for the last 14 days if I wanted. Yastrzemski, 437 WOBA, 400 ISO. The dude is bonkers right now. Who else was there? Steven Duggar. Here with 586 WOBA, 346 ISOs. This is 31 plate appearances against right-handed pitchers. And the other one was Alex Dickerson, a 459 WOBA, 111 ISO over his last 10 plate appearances. And if you don't want to put him in, sample size too tiny, plug in Wilmer Flores, plug in Brandon Crawford. These guys are all hitting well. The whole team looks like it's just been phenomenal over the last month against right-handed pitching, the last 14 days against righties. So you can click this plus sign and get a quick look at each individual team. Let me go ahead and filter out the main slate. So I'm looking at tonight. I mean, you could see that. You could see that. San Francisco, 458 WOBA, no 288 ISO over the last 181 plate appearances against righties. I mean, they're on fire. Later slate on FanDuel, what do you think of San Francisco lefties? Says Robert Faranick. Yep, I saw that, which is kind of why I looked at it. It's up to you, right? I mean, they're hot. They're also going against Trevor Bauer. If you're doing a small slate, a showdown slate, Yeah, I think there's some credence to going there. They're probably going to be a little bit lower owned than they should be. That's a good question. I like when you guys ask questions. My Twitch stream today had 133 comments on it. My YouTube stream, I probably have like 25, and I'd say 20 of them are the stream dropped. We're good now. Sup, it's all good now. It went down. Now it went down. Offline now. Twitch and YouTube, two totally different worlds. It's wild to me. Every time I stream on YouTube, I'm reminded that people are here to just listen. You just probably got it on while you're driving or something. I don't know. It's crazy. Twitch, man, everyone's asking questions. They want advice. They want to pick apart strategy things I'm talking about. That's fine. You're welcome to do that too, YouTube. You really are. If you're here just hanging out and watching and enjoying, please hit that like button down below. Hit the subscribe button at the top of the page. Turn that notification bell on for frequent streams. I'd say probably 3 to 5 per week. And daily streams, if you want, are on twitch.tv/teamriseorfall at 12:30. Houston, San Fran stack 4-4 on FanDuel with Peralta pitching. Love Peralta tonight. Looked at this a little bit earlier on the 12:30 stream when I was looking at teams here. So I believe Peralta is against the Cubbies tonight, right? No. I just look at it because this was actually something we talked about for pitchers that I like tonight. It's super simple to look at. Just want to show you how to pick them. Peralta is against the Cubbies. That's right. And we have Giolito against Minnesota. And here's how I picked these two out of the stud group tonight. I went to trend stacks. Last 14 days against righties. The Cubs have a 280 WOBA and a 31.2% strikeout rate. That sucks. ISO strong, 203. They'll jack one out here and there, but I like Freddie Peralta there. I like Giolito against Minnesota tonight. Minnesota, for all their lefty-loaded lineup they're just not seeing the ball, I guess. 292 WOBA, 126 ISO, and a 27.5% strikeout rate. So that is a team I don't mind targeting whatsoever tonight. Baltimore's been complete butt cheeks against Greinke. That's another fine option. You know, give me the matchups against. I don't care so much when I'm looking at like team data unless it's trends. I like trends for MLB. Big trends guy. Altuve, Correa, if you had to pick one, says Brendan. Thanks for the question, man. Let's go back to this where I had this all filtered out. And you tell me. I'll let you make this choice. All right, here's Correa. Here's Altuve. Sample sizes are massive. You get a lot to choose from here. Correa, over the last month, higher WOBA, 511. Altuve, 455. Correa, slightly higher ISO by 0.011. That's nothing. If you're looking at more recent data, it's hard to decide, my friend. 18 at-bats for Correa, 526 WOBA, 313 ISO. Probably my choice, but I would say that this is likely... The likely answer of mine would be, what else are you going to do with the rest of your lineup? All right, so they're both middle infielders, different positions on both sites. So what type of position scarcity do we have? What's the opportunity cost of paying up for one of those guys at that position if there's a super value guy down below at a 3.3K or something? So it just comes down to, I don't think you can make a decision just solely on like looking at their stats. It's just what can you do with the rest of the lineup. If you're going by projections, we do have Altuve at 14.06 on FanDuel, 12.71 on DraftKings. That's significant, 1.35 differential, and 1.15 differential here with Correa on top, Altuve on top of Correa. So if you go by that, White Sox Twins got postponed. Yes, I did see that alert in the Discord chat. Appreciate it. I was just kind of showing people how I was talking about it during my stream today, though. I want you to be able to see that. Because, I mean, you could look at that tonight and say Zach Greinke, phenomenal option against Baltimore, since on the trends tab, they look terrible. So with that game getting, golly, let me go to DK stacks. Let's check it out. Let's see what's going to happen here with some of this ownership. Let's look at our ownership tool. And we know we had Minnesota and Chicago's out. Oh, boy. Take that game out. Let's take a peek at some ownership. All right, so we have, shockingly, Detroit, highest owned projected team tonight. Well, that was noon. Update comes in, I don't know, 7, 15 minutes. Houston, I'm assuming actually will get a lot of that ownership shoved over to them. Angels, we have as the second highest owned tonight. Boston, third highest owned tonight. Let me grab these initial projections. Do some work. Download these. We'll go to FanDuel. Upload this file. There we go. Projections are uploaded. Okay. Let's see what an opto looks like right now. Where the optimal projections from the initial upload today was sitting on Freddie Peralta. All right. This is FanDuel. Let's see here. His price is $9,500. That's affordable. I never thought we'd see the day when freaking Wade Miley would be $10K. Just mind-boggling. Mind-boggling. He's not even on the main slate. Thank goodness. What's up, CG? Good to see you, bro. Appreciate you, brother. You know, Cleveland, I was actually looking at who they're facing here. Cleveland at Detroit. So Cleveland actually is a team I'm interested in slightly tonight too. So they're facing Matt Manning, who has not been miserable or anything like that. But when I see, the one thing that popped up for me was when I was looking at the study hub, Cleveland we have as the third best team to stack tonight, and an ownership in sixth out of however many teams are left. 16? Right? 16 teams? That's not bad. That's not bad. That's a bargain. Conversely, you got a team like KC who we have as eighth, the eighth best team to stack, middle of the road, fourth highest owned tonight. No, thank you. And we finally saw chalk bust a little bit last night, right? Houston getting their butts kicked in there. Scored one run, I think. Let's see what this looks like. Go back to FanDuel. Let's do this. We'll load up FanDuel. I'm going to build my lineup off to the side here. And I'll upload it. Okay, so Freddie Peralta, starting pitcher. I'll let the projections take me where they go. Eli Morgan has been horrendous. Nice strikeouts. He's supposed to be a really good pitcher. I don't feel good targeting him. I really don't. I kind of want to hammer those lefty bats in LA tonight. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a new stack. And I'm going to have my 3-player side be the Angels. All right. And my 4-player side, we'll see where this goes. I'm in a small single entry tonight, so I don't really care. Let's see. It looks like it's Houston. Good. So it's going to end up being a 4-3 stack, Houston, LA. It's kind of where I am. And again, I'm basically on LA because of what I showed you here. Ohtani, Walsh, and Stassi. I like that. Ohtani and Walsh. I'll make sure these two are in here. I'm intrigued to see if they are organically. So I ended up getting Ohtani, Iglesias, and Rendon. So I might redo this and make sure Walsh is in there. Let's just try this. I'll give him a thumb up, a couple thumbs up. See if I can lock him in, basically. Yep, there we go. So I got Rengifo. It's been terrible since he got called back up. Walsh and Rendon. All right, so we'll go Ohtani and Walsh. All right, we're just locking them. We're going old school. Lock and crunch. All right, so third bat ends up being Rendon. So we got Ohtani, Rendon, and Jared Walsh as the three side. And then we ended up with a Boston stack, whom has a 6.17 implied run total. And when we were looking at this, let's see, anybody pop here? Let me look at their last 14 days as a team. All right, so 344 WOBA, 189 ISO against righties over the last month. So I'd want Bogarts, probably Devers, Martinez, Enrique Hernandez, if I can get him in there. Hunter Renfroe. Who did we end up with? Bogarts. Michael Chavis has been leading off. Or does he lead off against lefties? He does, right? Who are they facing? Duffy? He should lead off tonight. Oh, he's 9th in the order? He was leading off the other day. Who else did I get? Hunter Renfroe. That's good. Christian Vasquez. He's hitting well. Bogarts and Renfroe. I can live with this. And then I get a one-off from Houston. You're down to Alvarez. Now, if you didn't want it to be like this and you're like, well, I don't want Boston. I really, really wanted to make sure I had Houston. Well, same thing. 4 players, remove all teams, add Houston back, and then just crunch it as you can. So is FanDuel down? I can't see any contest now. I was just looking at it. What about Espino, says Mail. Espino. Wow. I don't even know who this is. And our initial projection, we don't have one for him yet. So I'll be intrigued to see what his projection is. How much is he on DraftKings? I'm not interested in all on FanDuel. I'll tell you that right now. I can't see his projection being something special. On DraftKings, though, if he's a 4K pitcher, potentially he'll end up in the lineup, to be honest. Is he? He's 5'6"? Nah, I have zero interest. Just stack against that. All right, here's my answer for YX Mail. So there is an article on Fantasy Cruncher that talked about the 71 slates last year in the $15. And it was the average pitcher price of the winning lineup was between 15 and 17K. That was the average, right? This year, as of a couple weeks ago, and I haven't looked at it since, but over the last, or the first, I don't know, was it 2.5 months of baseball, the average price of the pitchers was over 18K. So I'm a probability player. When I look at something like this, you know, we are talking, you know, what was he? Espino's at 5.6K. We are talking about a player whom it just doesn't kind of fit the mold. Like tonight, I mean, I'd be happy if I can get someone in this range with Freddie Peralta. I'd be happy on DraftKings if I ended up with like Peralta and Greinke. Like, just give me all the pitching. Last night, I mean, what did I have in my 121? I had 2 high-priced guys. But same thing. Like, I'm not trying to. I don't mess around with the mid-range pitchers, things like that. Who'd I have? I had 2 studs. But you'll see most of my lineups be like this. By the way, the winner had a 10 and a 4, 14K. Second place had Scherzer and Wheeler, both 2 studs. Let's see, where was mine? I think that might have been mine. Yep, I had Scherzer and Wheeler as well. Detroit vibes. I get it. I get it. I mean, we're looking at our study hub here, and Detroit is very highly rated today in the stacks. Second, first ownership. We have them second. DK. The ownership's going to be updated. This is all initials, guys. This is going to change drastically. I actually think Houston ends up being the highest owned tonight, especially with Minnesota getting off the slate here. Minnesota and Chicago being off the slate, I'm saying. It's just more ownership to be pushed towards everyone else. Not that they're going to be super highly owned against Giolito, but I think Houston's just going to be uber chalk. What's the FanDuel stacks look like? Boston, Houston, both top 5. Cleveland third. Yankees. Nope. So tired of them. Detroit sixth. Look at this. Superdraft. Our Superdraft friends. Detroit, the best looking stack over there. They must have some crazy multipliers. Cool. Just stack against the top owned guys and pray. Today's starting pitchers are awful. Are they awful? We got Bauer on the mound. Peralta on the mound. I mean, I've seen worse. What do you mean awful? It's been worse nights. What is this, the third player in each rotation? It's about to be worse in 2 days. Anybody got any questions before we bounce? No sticky tag Bauer. I mean, Bauer's been no sticky tag for 3 starts. He has 8, 8, and 10 strikeouts. I mean, he's actually pitching better over the last 2 games than he was the prior 4. Yeah, I mean, San Francisco's hot too. I get it. I like that our initial projections on FanDuel. I'm intrigued to see the final projections. I'll say that. I am intrigued to see the final projections. I like that Peralta's going to be in my single entry tonight. On DraftKings, let me upload our initials real quick. We'll take a peek at where those are. This is unstacked. I just want to see their pitchers going. Projections took me right to Bauer and Peralta. So I have a decision to make. Pesky Giants, right? They've just been so good. Yeah. Decision time, truly. I'll see what our final projections are, and I'll go from there. I can honestly see myself locking in Greinke as the number 2 tonight for me. But whomever asked about, Espino tonight, just looking at all the pitchers, I mean, I would not blame you for just being on one of these lower end arms. I wouldn't blame you at all. I'm particularly interested in Eli Morgan tonight. If Detroit's going to be high owned, come on. It's not like Detroit is some ball bashing offense to stack at all times. Shoot. I like Eli Morgan. I'll go him over probably all of these pitchers. Man, Eshelman's going to get rocked. Ball bashing. FanDuel doesn't have the cheap third base guy from KC. He's supposed to be a monster. Who's that? Emmanuel Rivera? He's 2K. Was he supposed to be like another Wander Franco? Just a stud muffin? Man, these second streams, I am always dog tired. It's crazy how hard it is to show up for these for me. That's why I need a co-host. I need to be able to ask a question, just let them chat. Just tell me what you're doing tonight, co-host. You know who brought up wanting to come on, my friends? Y'all will like this. Pug. Dabbing Puggle. With his 6 live final seats upcoming for this MLB championship this year. The dude already had like 5 or 6 live final seats in his book there. 14 homers in the minors. Ooh. He was 2K on DraftKings. Now, if we can get Dabbing Puggle on here. Oh, shoot. Peralta was over Bauer already on FanDuel. DraftKings, it was both. Projections are updated, you said? Let's take a peek. Bauer, 23, 154 rating. Peralta, a little bit higher. Not updated. Maybe they are on the study up. You lying to me? You lying to me? I don't think it kicked into the site yet, brother. He's on FanDuel too? Let's go see his price. Hitters, KC. No, I don't see him. Is he on the bench? Hold up. Nope, he's just not even there. 1, 2, 3, 5. Yeah, he's the 6 hitter tonight. He's not even in the player pool. That sucks. That blows. I'll teach you guys a trick. When you're looking at the bench, you click team, hold on to the shift button, and click order. Watch this. So what it did is it puts them in order for their team. And then you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You know exactly who's in, who's out. And you can see if anybody's missing this way too. Oh, look at this. Like Eric Sogar's not clicked. Jose Labaton's not clicked. Quickly scroll down each team like this. Colton Wong needs to be unchecked. Sweet. Oh, Pug is a FanDuel player. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I think that's what would be so fun because, I mean, you all know I like to play on DraftKings a little bit more for MLB. I'll play a lot more FanDuel for other sports. I like the true pitcher aspect on DraftKings. And I know if Pug has all these live finals on FanDuel, it'd be nice to have him on here. It really would. I mean, the dude's playing like the Gladiator and stuff like that. Come on. I don't get this guy on here. Sheesh. All right, CG, thanks for updating projections. I will grab those as soon as they go live here. And I'm going to make my lineups for tonight and then try to post my private stuff on the website for members. Unless these are already updated, and you didn't timestamp them. I'll do it after. I'm going to go, though, so I can focus. I want to make sure I get good content up, make sure I make good lineups. Hopefully, see at the top, I'll be in the $75 on DK. I'll be in the $50 on FanDuel, no more, no less. And I hope we get some more takedowns. Had a bunch this weekend. That was pretty cool to see. A lot of nice wins there. If you have never heard of us, how dare you? Shameful, shameful. Make sure you dive into our website here on the homepage. Dirt cheap, $29 a month, less than $1. All sports, all site. All content, all tools. You get $20 to use on Fantasy Cruncher every month. That's pretty cool. It's been at the top of the stream overlay the entire time. We're partnered with them, so all of our members get the hookup over there. If you're somebody who's like, I'm not a big Study Hub guy, I just want projections. There you go. That's fine. I'm not a big tools guy. I need picks. All right, that's fine. We've got cores, player pool. We give out player pools for Superdraft, DraftKings, FanDuel, Strategy Notebook, which kind of goes over how to build lineups each and every night. This is pre-locked notes. These were morning notes to give you all sorts of information that we have here. Scrosby, a multiple live finalist. Guys won $10, $20, $30, $40,000 dozen times over the last year. Posts his personal strategy each and every day and night. Then you got all the core picks, same thing. You got Puggle here, 12, 15 live finals, whatever it is. Crosby, Beastie, Team A, myself, Porter, CG, you'll see popping in and out. I mean, you get all our picks for cash, GPP. It's all there. It's all there. My private stuff will always drop right to multiple places. We try to make it super visible. You'll see it drop right to the homepage, number one, in the main spot, because I'm the main. I'm the MVP, baby. From there, you'll also find it on the homepage, the MLB homepage right here. And then if you guys go to the strategy section, my goodness, I find out every single day, someone's like, when did you make this? It's been up for 2-3 months. Under the strategy tab, the donut shop. My friends, all of my personal content, everything I do always goes right here. So you can see yesterday I had a strategy session where I gave away like all the targets and all the teams I am targeting and stuff. Yeah, my internet's starting to poop out again as soon as I try to load this up. Did my stream drop again? I think I'm here. But you guys can find it right there. If I'm still live under the support tab. Yeah, my internet's fading. Cool. Listen, I hope you enjoyed this. 12:30 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday, twitch.tv/teamriseorfall. Go to our website, teamriseorfall.com. Use promo code STREAM. If you stayed long enough, you just got yourself $5 off your first month. And then you get all the goodies, baby. You get all sports, all access, less than $1 a day, and you get $20 to use on Fantasy Cruncher, which I advise everybody to use for even their single entry, even their cash games. MMEing, whatever you want to do. I use Fantasy Cruncher every single time.